Why people cheat and how to prevent it. Imagine you're building a house, right? Brick by brick, board by board, sweat pouring down your face. It's not perfect, but it's yours. One day you step outside for a quick break, and when you come back, half the house is on fire. You're standing there thinking, I just left for a second. That's exactly what betrayal feels like. Last time, my husband, Lola, talked about how to rebuild trust after an affair. Standing there with a bucket of water trying to save a burning house. Today, we are pulling the camera back even further. We're asking the hard questions. Why do people even cheat in the first place? And more importantly, how can you prevent it before it ever reaches the point of no return? Before we dive into that, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Lola, one half of the partnership with my husband, Lola. After 11 years plus of friendship and 8 years plus of marriage, we almost gave up on each other. The pain, the distance, the constant fights, it felt like there was no way out. Like we were speaking two different languages underwater during a storm. But through heartbreak, trial, a lot of stubborn late night talks, we discovered something unique. Then in 2018, we launched LolaandOla.com and co-authored our book, Get My Marriage Back. You can grab a free copy today by clicking the button around this video, the link in the description, or by visiting www.getmymarriageback.com. Since then, we've helped countless individuals and couples get their marriages not just back, but better. As of today, we are celebrating 17 plus years of marriage and over 20 years of friendship, which, if you ask me, in this age of instant noodles and instant divorces, is nothing short of a miracle. All right, story time. One of our clients found himself in a messy situation. He loved his wife, loved his kids, had a good life, but somewhere along the way, he cheated. And when we first sat down to unpack it, he said something that really, really stuck. I didn't wake up planning to cheat. It just happened. But let's be real, cheating doesn't just happen. It's a series of small choices built over time, stacked until one day it all comes crashing down. So today, I want to share 5 powerful facts about why people cheat and 3 powerful ways to prevent it before it ever lights a match under your relationship. Let's jump in. Truth number 1, cheating is wrong. But it's not your fault if someone cheats on you. Listen closely. Someone else's betrayal is never your fault. Not your dress size, not your income, not your cooking skills. If someone cheats, it's a reflection of their brokenness, not your worth. According to the Journal of Marital and Family Therapy, 22% of married men and 14% of married women admit to having strayed at least once. Notice the word admit. The actual number, likely higher. When people cheat, they often blame it on dissatisfaction, but dissatisfaction does not equal to disloyalty. If it did, every time you got a wrong order at Starbucks, you just rob the place instead of asking for a refund. Truth number 2. People cheat because, people steal, lie, and cheat to survive. It's not just about lust. It's about survival, emotional survival, mental survival. Most cheaters aren't plotting like born villains. They are reacting like wounded kids. Cheating becomes a coping mechanism, a band-aid on a gaping wound. Truth number 3. Survival isn't just physical. It's emotional and mental too. Some people feel unseen, unheard, unwanted, and instead of addressing these feelings head on, they look for validation in the worst places. Studies show that 48% of people who cheated cited emotional dissatisfaction as primary reason. It's like trying to quench thirst by drinking ocean water. Spoiler alert, it only makes you feel more dehydrated. Truth number 4, Cheating isn't just about sex. If you wouldn't do it in front of your partner, if you have to minimize the screen when they walk by, it's emotional cheating, maybe even spiritual cheating. A 2018 Pew Research Center study found out that 60% of Americans consider emotional affairs to be worse than physical ones. 60%. You don't have to stick with someone to betray your partner. All it takes is hiding pieces of yourself that should be reserved for them. Truth number 5. People cheat because of a sequence of events and programming over their lives. Family upbringing, past trauma, relationship models. It's all programming. That doesn't excuse the behavior, but it does explain it. It's like carrying around a cracked compass. Even when you want to head north, you end up lost because the tool guiding you is broken. Now, you're probably thinking, great, Lola, this sounds depressing. How do we prevent it? I'm glad you asked, because here's the good part. Prevention isn't about installing spy apps on each other's phones or setting GPS trackers like you're running a private investigation film. It's about 3 simple, powerful principles. Prevention tip number 1. Don't cheat. Yes, starting with yourself. This sounds obvious, but hear me. Cheating is contagious. If you normalize tiny lies, it's just a harmless text, it's just flirting, you create a culture where boundaries blur. Integrity has to start in-house. You can't ask your partner for loyalty if you're renting out emotional Airbnb behind their back. Prevention tip number 2. Be the safest place for your partner to be fully themselves. This one is gold. People cheat when they feel like they can't share their fears, flaws, or fantasies. So, what if, instead of being that person they hide from, you become the one they run to? Allow them to cheat on you emotionally with you. Let your relationship be the vent, the outlet, the safe house. Because here's the reality. If they feel safe with you, they won't go looking around for safety elsewhere. A 2017 study by the University of Denver found out that people who reported feeling emotionally safe in a marriage were 60% less likely to engage in infidelity. Safety is sexy. Build it. If you're getting value from this, please smash that like button. Share this with someone who really needs it. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Help us spread this message, because strong relationships don't just build themselves. All right, let's get back to business. Prevention tip number 3. Work on yourself first. This is the master key. You cannot control your partner's loyalty no matter how many GPS trackers you install. The only guarantee you have is your own growth. When you focus on becoming the healthiest version of yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you naturally attract healthier dynamics. You set a standard, not through nagging, but by simply being. Self-work isn't selfish, it's strategic, it's survival. Healthy individuals create healthy relationships. It's math, emotional math. Now back to our client. After unpacking all of this, he realized something. He wasn't a bad person, but he was a broken person who had made bad choices to cope with emotional emptiness he never dared to address. He and his wife started doing the hard work, coaching, deep talks, laughing again over dumb memes, rekindling friendship, not just romance. And guess what? Today they're thriving. Not perfect, but thriving. Remember, it's not about being mistake-free. It's about being mistake-repaired. You don't prevent cheating by building walls. You prevent cheating by building bridges. And if you're serious about building these bridges, you absolutely need to grab our free book, Get My Marriage Back, at www.getmymarriageback.com. Again, the link is in the description, caption, bio, or the button hanging out nearby. Go grab it before life distracts you again. All right, let's wrap this up. So here's my question for you. Do you think emotional cheating is just as bad or worse than physical cheating? I really want to hear your thoughts. Drop your take in the comments below. Don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. We're coming back with next video, how to stop thinking about divorce after betrayal. You don't want to miss it. See you soon.